crazy weekend with Kanye West and Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian. It's war. And we're going to talk about what Kim can do at this point because something's got to give. But Kanye West went on an absolute rant against Pete Davidson and Kim, saying that she has denied him access to their kids, railing on Pete. Pete has fired back, and as you see at the bottom of your screen, when Kanye asked Pete, "Where are you?" he responded very simply, "In bed with your wife."
Savage.
Wow, he has broken his silence in a huge way, Pete Davidson has. And now the question, how does Kanye deal with this? Because he was almost asking for that information. Here's what Kanye said. We're going to kind of back it up. Here's how this all started over the weekend.
Hey, everybody. I just got off the phone with Kim. I told her to stop antagonizing me with this TikTok thing. I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family, and media tries to promote something. I said I am not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney. I have a say-so. Now we got Sunday service this morning at 10 a.m. and it's North had a sleepover, so she can't come to Sunday service. I moved the Sunday service up to 10 a.m. so that I can go to Saints soccer game at 12:30. Move the entire thing.
Look, here's the reality to this. They don't have a custody agreement. And the only thing they've done is whenever Kanye's in town and asks to see the kids, she has been accommodating. Now, within reason, because there are times, for example, with a sleepover, and look, I don't know what the ins and outs here are, but if there's a sleepover, you can't necessarily just yank the kid out.
The kids are getting older. It's going to happen more and more. They have their own lives. They can't always go to Sunday service. Pete texted Kanye defending his woman. That is what that text started as. He said, "Yo, it's Skeet. Can you please take a second and calm down?"
Oh, you got to look at this. I mean, actually, Pete Davidson actually referred to himself as Skeet here. Yo, it's Skeet. I mean,
yes. So,
I just couldn't believe that.
I mean, he has a sense of humor. He's a comedian, but he says, "Yo, it's Skeet. Can you please take a second and calm down? It's 8 a.m. It don't got to be like this." Then he goes on to say that Kim is the best mother ever and that he needs to grow the bleep up, which is true.
See, the problem with that is, when he starts inserting himself in their custody issues, it does become problematic. I'm actually a little surprised that Pete jumped into the fray that way, especially when it comes to their kids. I don't know about you, but to me, that's kind of sacred ground between the two of them.
Clearly Kim knows.
That was the opening, guys, but then he went into, hey, you know what? You've bashed me enough for the last few months. Let's actually talk this out. Pete invited Kanye to his hotel, said, hey, I've been at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Come here. We'll have a meeting, you and me, one-on-one. Kanye said, nah, how about you come to Sunday service and we'll have a meeting? Pete said, I'm not about the cameras. You know that. If you really want to talk and you really want to work this out, let's do it. But enough with these online attacks. Pete says, I've been nice up until this point, but that's going to change if these attacks continue.
Well, and it just seems like at this point, you know, they are kind of in crisis because Kanye is not backing down. Now Pete is getting aggressive on this. And now the question is, what do you do? Well, I think the answer to that is nothing. And I say that for this reason. Kanye and Kim do not have a structured custody agreement. And part of it is, he's out of town a lot. When he comes back, she tries to accommodate him. It's basically worked. What seems to have changed is not the relationship between Kim and Kanye and the kids. What's changed is Pete and Kim, and that set Kanye off. So now the question, what does she do? Does she go into court to try to get a protective order, a gag order? I don't think so, and for two reasons. One, I don't know that a judge would grant the gag order because Kanye has a right to speak. And then secondly, do you think Kanye would obey a gag order? No. I mean, seriously, he's not going to obey a gag order. What could happen is if this ends up in a trial, a custody trial, if they can't work things out, all of these texts are going to be admitted as evidence. And I don't think that judge is going to necessarily look kindly on the things Kanye is saying and doing in the face of everything that's going on. And it could end up hurting him if these attacks continue if they can't work out some kind of a custody agreement.
Well, especially what he posted this morning when he posted a photo of North's book bag and said, hey, when I was allowed to see North, these were pins, and it was a pin of Kanye, a pin of Kim, and an alien head. And Kim said, stop this narrative. You just picked the kids up for school this morning.
Yeah. I mean, this is just, honestly, they are very famous, and you think, oh my God, this is so crazy and unusual. It happens in bitter divorces. I mean, this stuff happens all the time.
Harvey, how about the tattoo that was visible on Pete's chest that said Kim in that photo? You can see it by his right shoulder.
But
that had to hurt.
But guys, here's the thing about that. She's divorced now. He's divorced now. She's moved on. They have a relationship, Pete and Kim. And so, you know, Pete does that. He did that with Ariana Grande. So what?
And when you have that many tattoos, that's just like a Monday afternoon activity.
Right.
Hey, my name's Crystal, and I'm calling from Charlotte, North Carolina. I think Pete Davidson has actually been a saint when dealing with Kanye West. It's been a lot, and you can only take so much. So I think these text messages show that he's being a real man for Kim Kardashian, and I'm excited for them.
I gotta say, Jamie, it feels more serious between the two of them than I thought.
Oh, it's not just a flick. This is the real deal.
I'd
be very nervous if I were Kanye.
No, I mean, everybody thought this was just kind of a rebound thing that was going to last a month, 2 months. It's feeling like it's more than that.
It feels real.
Yeah, it really does feel real.